Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, our Arwynden colony. While they're sleeping and getting ready, I figured I would go through some updates that I've made since yesterday. So, ideology-wise, it's this guy, right? The only thing that we updated really, well, a few things. I had mentioned that the names that I had here changed at some point, probably while I was making changes up here. So I went ahead and renamed the staffs so that each of the primordial sisters has a staff named for them. And then we named the other relics kind of more thematically. So Chalice of Living Water, Soul of the Forest, and Heart of the Mountain. I added some additional roles up here. So I wasn't able to do that when I was creating the ideology. So I had to go in, dev mode, edit, and then you're allowed to add in additional roles that way. But I want colonists that we have to be like pretty specialized. So we added a ranger, we added a production specialist that needs to be renamed, and a melee specialist. So I'll fix that. And then I just made sure that we had a festival for each of the kind of like three primordials that we're representing. So river, forest, and then mountain or stone. So those are the updates that are going on there. What else is going on? Oh, we retextured the animatry. So it's taking advantage of the animatry. Well, actually, this is supposed to be a garland tree skin, but there are two of them with the anima retheme mod. So I figured we'd use this one for the anima tree and we'll use the other one for the garland tree, or the anima nexus tree as it'll be called, which brings us to exciting things that are happening. Let's go ahead and harvest this guy. We have our first anima pod, and I did make some changes to the base design a little bit. So we're gonna make this kind of temple-y looking with some pillars around it, and then we'll have some spots for some of our little anima nexus trees just outside of the anima tree. And then I redid the front a little bit. I want to keep this feature here for our naiads, our little water spirits, place for them to bathe, and, just don't really want to disrupt the natural order of things too much. Figured on the opposite side, we do a little hospital. So that's pretty close to like our front gate area. Which will be, when we do get into combat, I want to make sure that we're not hauling people all over the map in order to get them to a hospital bed. So just a little change up right there. That being said, we did start out with some animal wood, and they finally brought it to the stockpile. So we're deconstructing the stuff that we made out of wood. We'll make and we'll finish off their beds with animal wood. If we take a look here, I believe the animal wood provides a beauty stat, so beauty 24, whereas this regular wooden bed is beauty 3. And that's the difference between a normal anima wood bed, wood log slab bed, and just regular wood. The wood making dryads should provide us with that animal wood, so it'll be a pretty precious resource until we get enough of those dryads around for us to make furniture and art and other things out of anima wood. But we will start today with our first anima pod. The other thing that I wanted to call out is we'll put some of our our dryads that are doing production for us, we'll put their trees back here, but we will have some trees that we'll put up front, that are more defensive. So like, the tanky dryads and the more offensive dryads, we'll put trees for them up here as we get them. We do not have issues with eating meat, so I'm going to unforbid, any dead animals that we have. We'll get those slaughtered, and eventually we'll get to a point where we're making meals. Right now, and I'll put a break in, we are disassembling stuff all over the map, just to collect the resources. Primarily, we need, with medieval overhaul, we need iron ingots, steel ingots at some point in the future, but iron ingots more immediately to build like crafting workbenches and stuff. So we will continue letting them do that. Actually, Seneca, let's have you plant this first anima tree, and we'll have you bond with it. We'll make sure that only our dryads are doing that. Let's make a space up here. Let's go ahead and cut all those. So Seneca, we'll get you on that. And while she's working on that, I also wanted to call out that I'm moving our farm over. So I've just set these areas to not allow sowing on them. And then I put these areas down. You know, we don't have any construction plans over here for a while. So as long as we are not chopping the trees down, this will be a good place for us to grow for now. We have a spot over here that's mirrored in the future. We'll have to fill it in with some soil, which we've been collecting. So, okay, that's all chopped down. Let's see if we can get the anima tree in there now. Or not the anima nexus tree. Ooh. You prioritize planting the tree. Okay. And there it is. Okay, cool. So slightly different skins, and they are enabled for like the shadow effect or the transparency effect when we have that turned on. Let's go ahead and get Seneca to bond with it. Let's begin the connection. Seneca's right there. We'll bring everyone over. Oh, and we're seeing our theme for the first time. So we have the style category hedonist as our top style. So that's where this is coming from. I think it fits in with our like Roman stuff that's going on. Ooh, that was crazy. So this is, instead of like the orange leaves that are falling, we get this stuff on the ground. What is it called? Anima bush. So we get anima bushes down there. Let's go ahead and let's turn this up. The dryads have a natural connection, so hopefully that means that we'll get dryads a little bit quicker. And choose dryad type. I think this is a relic from the dryad retexture, but I'm hoping that our dryads turn out like this. If not, I'll have to go and like mess with our mods a little bit. We're gonna go with woodmaker. That way we can get more of that anima wood going. And everyone has cutting as a high priority, right? So Seneca, what are you doing right now? You're sowing the area. Okay. And then you are butchering. Let's turn butchering off on you and maybe Fabi. That way you guys will go focus on jobs that actually need to get done. So she's going to, I agree, this is more important, doing our farm work, and then she can go ahead and start working on that anima connection. Do we have like a little pod over here? We do. Okay, so we'll have like an immature dryad come up at some point, and then she'll work on getting us some more immature dryads going. But we will put a cut in right now, and we'll be back when some exciting things are going on. Okay, we have an Arctic wolf hunting Fabi. Oh no. I think they're gonna be mad about this, so we'll check their mood after. Okay, come on. Arwynden, you can just like go in and melee it. That dryad is following you, so maybe he'll help. Okay. Needs. Trees harmed. Okay, that's gonna go away because we stopped that. Okay, let's just like let you guys go, and let's see if that animal popped up. I'm not sure if it will since it came after us and we didn't like actively hunt it. But we'll check again. It looks like we got a new quest. It's called A New Leader's Salvation. Okay, Koibra, Grand Chief of the Biabi people, say that her friend has been wounded while traveling. The victim is New Leader, a 14-year-old herder. What? Koibra has nobody to spare to rescue New Leader, but says if you can make it to New Leader's position and rescue her, she'll join you. There's an unknown threat. So if we jump here, ooh, that is over the mountains. We have it so we can pass impassable mountains, but that's a 4-day trip. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. We're just kind of like scrounging by with food right now. We're picking up berries and stuff. Our rice is getting ready to come in, but we don't have any meals to take with us. How long is that going to last? It expires in 13 days. So we'll keep an eye on it and maybe we'll be able to head out there. Okay, and it looks like our first dryad is about to hatch. So there he goes. And he's entering a little pod. So how long do we get on that? Is it the tree? Spawning immature dryad in 3 days. Okay, and then this guy, time left 5 days. So 5 days and we'll have our first woodmaker dryad. Okay, and just before bed, it looks like Arwen gained a magical attunement level. So we will take a look at spells. We don't have anything unlocked for her yet. Water. Oh, water is a meditation focus type. Lost Psycast. This is its own mod, Light Seeker. It's a Psycast trees, and it looks like it's kind of offensive, but there is a rejuvenation spell in there. I think for our this is our primordial dryad, so druid I feel like would make sense for our dryads, but I want to go a little bit more intense with Arwen, since she's kind of like she's the defender of this place, right? I don't think we want to go like combat focused with her. There's these spells, and then these are also ranged spellcasters. I think we're going to do this Lost Psycast, the Light Seeker, on Arwen, just to get started with it. So Rejuvenation. The caster's rejuvenates the caster's body with an infusion of Lost God's powers. Interesting. Infusion infuses the target with a sliver of the Lost God's power, gifting a surge of powerful healing. Let's go there. Oh, she has a couple points. And Lincera summons light into the Psycaster's hand and creates a lance of pure light to launch. Okay, yeah, I think that feels right for our primordial, especially like the kind of like the healing and the vengeance with her golden skin and her bright white eyes. Who else was magically gifted? Someone else was. You have magical attunement, and you came with that. You already have a tree unlocked. Interesting choice there, Drusilla. If we look at you, are you weak to anything? No. You don't have any like extra armor like the dryads do, or even like Octavia does as a mountain nymph. So I don't think we're going to continue her down that tree. We do have a point for her. So let's see. Is there anything that seems kind of water-based? I feel like Cryomancer, probably the closest thing. And I think, what is it? There's the Skip Master, which one of them has like summon water, right? So I think we'll go Cryomancer for you for now. So we just have enough points to unlock that. I don't think we have her set to meditate right now, so she's not going to be gaining skill points like crazy or anything. Okay, it's gotten very hot out, and so we had to build a temporary structure, not quite in the style that we want. And we're keeping them close to home. That way they can take advantage of cooling down in this room. So if we look outside, it's 32°C outside, and then it is a nice 17°C inside here. But we've got a pretty exciting quest. We have a reunion quest with Thella. And Thella she's the primordial of the mountains, basically. So she's mentioned here in our kind of like ideologian as kind of a worshipped figure. So let's take a look and see where she's at. So a prisoner being held by the Ziori people has managed to steal a radio and call you, except not because we're medieval. Thella is being held at a camp near Arwynden under armed guard. Rescue her and she'll join you. So we're doing a bit better on food. We actually have like some sitting in our stockpile. This stuff's like coming in as well. Actually, let's include this in our home area so that they'll actually go out and get that. Let's take a look at the world. And so this is like a faction thing. We don't actually need this anymore. Let's show the world map preview. Oh my gosh. Come on. I thought there was just like Show world edit button. Okay, so, and then, no. Show map previews. Okay, cool. We'll turn that on, and then, okay, where is Thela? It said nearby, so that's the faction defense. This is an Arcania Meteor. Jump to prisoner camp. It's up there. Okay, so I think 13 days on that. It is the middle of summer seed, or actually it's just like the beginning of summer seed. I think we sent Arwynden and maybe like the dryads up that way. And someone else ranged. Ooh, where are folks' weapons? Oh, let's find their weapons, and then we'll send a few folks out to go meet Thela. Okay, so we've got our caravan on the road, and we have our first woodmaker dryad. So he is just wandering, just chilling. Next animal wood times 32 in 2 days, and then we've got this little guy in his pot. So the animatry is now up to 3 out of 5 dryads, so there should be another immature one around here somewhere. There we are. Okay, you'll be ready in 2 days, and you'll be ready in 5. And we have, I think we max out at 5 dryads, so we're good on connection. Seneca has been doing great. These guys are going to take about 3 days to get to this prison camp, and I found Octavia's bow. It's just sitting in her inventory for whatever reason, so as soon as she's back on a map, we'll have her equip it. Okay, now that they're through the mountains, they're like flying there, so we should just be there in about another day. Okay, we've arrived, and I don't see any threats, but we do see Thela. So let's get there and let's see if we can rescue her. Okay, here we have a threat. What are you? You're a little Calorian? Are you a child? You're 12 years old? Okay. Let's hop back here. Arwynden, go ahead and... Ooh, okay, so we can't claim that yet. Let's go ahead and have you come up here where the dryads at. Let's do this. Let's release the dryads, and then you guys come and back this up. Ooh, okay. Shaman merchant. That's over at home. Okay, Arwynden, go ahead and get ready to release these guys. Okay. Dude's down. We'll claim this door, claim this door. Why don't you guys check out what's in here? And Arwynden, free this prisoner, your sister. Okay, so if we look at Thela, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. But she doesn't have the Angel's Grace dependency and the powers that Arwynden has. I didn't think that would make sense for Primordial Mountain Nymph, but she does have robust and some other things, right? So unstoppable, thick skin, so some extra armor, and we will grab what we can and head home. What is this? So citrine, just some stones, not too worried about that. Thela, you do have clothes, so that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and reform caravan. Send them home. We will. Oh, it feels bad leaving this child to die. Calorian, they aren't necessarily fae, but they are like a creature of the forest. Quick sleeper, only 12 years old, not even an adult yet. Okay, we're gonna bring you home, and we will do what we can to save you or release you. Items will... grab the citrine because those sound valuable. We'll bring your short bow, and then let's grab this food, some actual like proper meals. Blood scarab eggs sounds pretty creepy. We'll leave those behind, but they'll be home. 3 days, hopefully sooner, if we can tend to that child and get him up on his legs. But yeah, I didn't expect for us to reunite with one of our other primordials so soon. I'll have to check the settings on the reunion mod, make sure that those aren't just going to happen back to back. But anyhow, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.